What's going on, nation? Your man Sly here, and it's good to be back. First off, I want to apologize for being gone for the past few days. A bunch of sign-in failures with the error code Vulture plagued Xbox One systems for a couple of days, and then I couldn't connect due to some kind of stupid network issue with Time Warner Cable. So I couldn't load up stuff for the weekly update video, I couldn't log on for Xur, I couldn't get background footage for the exotic announcements, and I'm stuck here with 4 videos a quarter of the way completed. And now it's all news, and most of you probably know it all by now. But for the sake of staying on point and letting this channel still be the place for Destiny, I'll give you the Spark Notes versions of everything that's been going on since I've been off. So first up, the weekly update. The quick on that is November update had some bugs, and that fix came in the form of a hotfix you downloaded about 4 or 5 days ago. The problems were lagging grams not decrypting correctly, and random perks were displaying on Iron Banner items. Those are now good to go, but the big one was their preview of the December update and the massive overhaul of gunplay. I'll get to those at the end. Next up, most of you probably have seen the exotic video I posted a few weeks ago announcing the return of some old exotics, and they're making a comeback in year 2. Well, now it's official. If you follow Bungie on Twitter, you would have seen a link to its Instagram page, and periodically, they drop pictures like this one. In total, 12 Year 1 exotics are making their way into Year 2 with not only enhanced slight levels, but some have a complete rework, and they are looking good. I'll have an in-depth video on that as soon as I find out what all the new perks are, but right now, let's just go over all the exotics making the transition. So the Year 1 favorites that are coming to Year 2 are the Plan C, the Mida Multi-Tool, the Armamentarium, Nothing Manacles, Super Good Advice, Peregrine Greaves, Apotheosis Veil, No Land Beyond, Radiant Dance Machines, Acleophage Symbiote, Hard Light, and my personal favorite, the Bones Veo. The new Year 2 exotics that are being released are the Twilight Garrison, Titan Chest Piece, and the Hunter Chest Piece, the ATS-8 Tarantella. Like I said, as soon as I can figure out these new perk changes, I'll have a video covering them all, so stay tuned for that. Also tomorrow, the Refer a Friend program officially starts. Yes, the 23rd, you can head over to Bungie.net and take a look for yourself and peep out the new page that will have everything you need to start your quest. That all starts tomorrow. By the sound of it and all the scraps that I've gathered, it looks like you have to give your gamer name to Bungie, and all the new players that come in do the same. You're then matched with a new player, or you can specify a certain someone. Then the two of you start off on your new wondrous friendship. What these quests are, they're still secretive. I have no idea. None have been leaked, so keep an ear and an eye out for that. Next up, the weapon changes. I'm going to stop with the Spark Notes and throw on my speaking panties here, guys, because there is a assload of stuff. I'm only going to hit the big ones, the most relevant, at least the most relevant in my point of view. Of course, you can see everything for yourself at Bungie.net. So to start off this weapon madness, auto rifles are being boosted. You know, it's good to see that they are still trying to push auto rifles into the mix of things. So, the AR changes, small increase to base damage across the board. Low rate of fire, stuff like Suros Regime Answering Cord, 3% base damage increase. Medium rate of fire, like Zayla's Supercell, 7% increase. Note, get a Supercell. Zayla was already freaking insane. This increase of 7% actually worries me. And the high rate of fire auto rifles like the Arminius D and Necrochasm archetypes get a 4% increase. These will also be deadly in the steady hand. Pulse rifles are right now the go-to weapon in Crucible. Grasp of Maylock, Hawksaw, Red Death, all very common words you see upon death in the Crucible right now because of how strong they are. And unfortunately, they're the only competitive option, so they're getting the naughty nerf, and certain ones are getting ground into the dirt, at least in my opinion. So pulse rifles, base damage nerf across the board in all pulse rifle categories. Low rate of fire like Messenger Spare Change, 9% damage reduction. Medium rate of fire like Hawksaw, Red Death, No Time to Explain, 8% damage nerf. High rate of fire like Bad Juju, also 8% damage nerf. And the highest rate of fire, and my personal favorites, like the Grasp of Maylock and all of those in that category, only get a 2% reduction. On top of that, they are reducing damage fall off to start between auto rifle and hand cannon ranges. There we go. What does this mean, you ask? Well, low-range pulse rifles will have a shorter damage fall-off than the average hand cannon, and a high-range pulse rifle will have a farther damage fall-off than the average hand cannon. Now, what this means is that range plays a big factor in the type of maps you will play. If you're in a close-quarter combat, situation, all pulse rifles, they all work. Long range, however, you need to have a high-range pulse rifle or your hits will be mosquito bites at range, even if they're precision. Each rifle is different, so you'll have to get out there and find which one is your longest pulse rifle. Now, you can switch between those or a scout, your choice. Now, they have this awesome chart here to take a look at. I'm going to pop it up right now, but you can go over this at Bungie.net and take a look. I would suggest you just full screen this video and pause it so you can take a look. Now, at the right-hand side, look at the highest rate of fire pulse rifles. They're almost on par, at least as far as precision shots go, to the rest of the pulse rifle range, and they shoot way faster. If your aim is steady, you can destroy with Grasp of Malak or any other fast-shooting pulse rifle. Learn to use them, guys, and their damage reduction is only 2% compared to the insane 9% the rest are getting. These will be the new kings, just wait and see. Next up, hand cannons. Not much. Increased aim down sights accuracy, that's it. By the way, Golden Gun is not a hand cannon. And next up, shotguns. Here is something that blows my mind. Before the Taken King was released, shotguns were a huge problem, and the only way to play Crucible if you actually wanted to win. They went through all this trouble of making range and impact separate variables in computer program, so that way they could fine-tune everything. Then got rid of shot package and decreased range and tons of other things, only to give everyone a Conspiracy Theory D with the highest range possible and rangefinder to boot. And this was a reward from doing story quests, which everyone was able to get. What the F, Bungie? It's just like Efredy's Spear and the Final Round bullshit. They nerf Final Round because it one-shots everybody, and then give everyone a sniper rifle with luck in the chamber, which basically does the same thing. What's going on? Okay, so this is how it works. If you don't hear the sound the gun makes when your perk procs and you have the one round left, you know that your luck in the chamber is going to be the next round. Final Round all over again. I know it's being fixed in December, but WTF, it doesn't make sense to me. Okay, anyway, so yeah, shotgun. Sorry for that rant, guys, but shit like that is crazy. Alright, so shotguns are getting a nerf range, or range nerf range, whatever. Once again, you can still have a high range, but it dramatically affects other areas, like reload, rate of fire, stability, etc. So, changes to shotguns. Damage fall-off starts at melee lunge ranges. Low-range shotguns start at standard melee length, and high-range starts at blink strike melee range. It also decreased the readying and stowing of all shotguns. This means when equipping and putting away or switching to and from a shotgun, those times are slowed down. Also, additional recoil across the board for all shotguns, slower reload across the board, slower ADS, which is aim down sights, across the board, slower base movement speed when shotguns are in hand. Now this is a big one. Now this is not while you are sprinting, but if you have your shotgun out while walking, while quick running, sidestepping, strafing, ADS, everything, you will be slower. Only have your shotgun out when you use it, then switch back instantly. This slower speed will trap you. Also, delay of fire when coming out of sprint. The only good thing about this is that they increase damage to AI enemies, but a very low amount, like 0.2%. So yeah, big nerf on shotguns. Not a lot about fusion rifles except increased handling and stability when ADS and crouched. A little increased damage to AI enemies, that's about it. Next up, snipers. Nothing noticeable except at super long ranges. The damage fall off starts a little closer, I guess you can call it, but nothing to become noticeable. A long-range sniper will still definitely reach anything you need to hit. And they're fixing luck in the chamber just like Final Round. It only works on precision shots, which is one hit kill anyway, so it doesn't matter. Alright, next up, sidearms. Not much on this either, just some added speed to your readying and stowing of the weapon, that's it. And that's all the weapon changes as a group. Here are some specific exotic weapon changes that are being put forward. First Curse. The first Curse perk now refills the mag and gives you better stability, target acquisition, and range while active. Hawkmoon. Slight nerf. reduce range by 20. All lucky bullets deal 1.2 times the damage instead of 1.3. Chaperone, reduce base damage but increase precision damage dramatically to 1.75. It was 1.1. Remember, it fires a single slug. This will be a beast. Fabian Strategy, front lines perk increases base rate of fire to the highest possible. Removed extended mag and replaced with flared magwell. Removed small bore and replaced with rifled barrel. Increased base reload and stability to offset these changes. The Black Spindle, removed scope upgrades from Talon Grid and replaced all the scope upgrades with barrel upgrades. Next up, one of my faves, the Sleeper Simulant. The max ammo is buffed from 7 to 9. Ammo bug that gave you a full clip from one rocket will be fixed, and it no longer works with fusion rifle ammo perks on armor. Only heavy weapon ammo will work on this weapon. And those are the changes, guys. Some are substantial, some aren't even worth mentioning. They hit pulse rifles pretty freaking hard as well as shotguns. Remember, these changes are coming with the December update, so everything you know and love right now will still be there until the middle of December. Don't freak out just yet. My advice, if you want it, is to find a stable, fast-firing, highest impact possible shotgun. Something like the Invective. I think that's going to be the new archetype, and a fast-firing pulse rifle with high stability and head seeker or glass half full with lots of ammo. Even a fast rate of fire, medium impact auto rifle is going to work well, I think. Those will be the best start of this next update. If you're a Crucible person, that is. So start hunting for those now and save yourself the trouble then. Well, that's all she wrote, guys. It's good to be back. Sorry for the long video, but it needed to get out. Now that I can log back in, work resumes on my sniping video, and my giveaway is closing in very, very soon. Remember, the 28th at 6 p.m. Don't forget. As usual, if you're watching this right here, right now, then you, my updated friend, are the biggest badass this Destiny man will ever see. Have a happy Thanksgiving. Let's bring on the weekend. This is your man Sly. Done, gone, out.